Armada Kickoff is brought to you by Community First Credit Union, Winn-Dixie, Baptist Health, Bowden Eye and Associates, Brumos Automotive, and Coastal Spine and Pain Center.
Hello and welcome into Armada Kickoff. The Armada battling through a stretch of 3 road matches in the span of 11 days. We'll look back on the action in Ottawa and look ahead to Saturday's match in Atlanta.
We also have some perspective from Jamal Johnson on the coordination of the Armada attacking 3.
But let's start with the Armada's rough start in the fall season in Canada. To win a championship, you must learn to win on the road. That's been the single biggest challenge for the Armada this year. In the spring season, 2 draws, 3 defeats away from home. With 3 straight on the road to begin the fall, Jacksonville looked to start things off on the right foot north of the border.
Big crowd on hand in Ottawa, over 6,000 on a stadium that hosted 9 Women's World Cup matches this year. 13th minute, a frenetic corner kick. The Armada can't clear it out. It falls to the foot of Andrew Wiedemann, whose shot is blocked off the line by Lucas Scaglia, but Mason Trafford there to put it in, make it a 1-0 Fury lead. Take another look. Ball actually hits the post, then Scaglia, but nobody's marking Trafford, who's in perfect position to score his first goal of the year. The Armada did have some chances. This is a reverse angle shot in the first half. Scaglia from beyond the penalty area, his shot deflected over the top of the goal. Later in the half, Scaglia again, this time he puts it on the ground, but it's blocked away. The Armada had a chance with a free kick. Keita puts it in perfect position, but Marcos Flores can't put it away. Second half, another header. This time it's Jaime Castrillon. Can't find the mark. Romuald Pezer holds on and continues his scoreless streak. Miguel Gallardo would also come up big for the Armada. Carl Haworth on the breakaway, but Gallardo denies him. But in the 86th minute, the coup de grace. A couple of subs combined to make it happen for Ottawa. Brandon Poltronieri, who came into the 73rd minute, to Tom Heineman, who came onto the 75th, and it's his header that puts the match away. The Fury celebrate a 2-0 Ottawa victory north of the border to start the fall season for both the Armada and the Fury.
We don't like to lose, especially when it's the first game of the season. We like to start off with the right, on the right foot. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for us, but it was a very difficult game. The travel was very tiring. It was a long trip. The field was very difficult. We played against a team that was very well organized, and they know how we play, and they just decided to sit in the back and just wait for us to counter, which like a lot of teams do to us. But we get some positives out of it. We moved the ball very well. Like I said, no excuses. The field is no excuse. At the end of the day, all 22 of us play on the same field.
You see the numbers there. The Armada certainly had some chances. Didn't get as many shots on goal as the Fury did, but a lot more corner kicks and really handled possession, but they just could not find the back of the net.
The fair and fair man of the match went to forward Jamal Johnson. There is no doubt that Johnson is a key member in the Armada attack. Against Ottawa, Johnson took 5 of the 7 shots and came close several times, including this play where Johnson took a shot from just inside the 18-yard box, but it bounced off the Ottawa goalie. The former Premier League player showed great speed and agility for the full 90 minutes of the match. This marks Johnson's second man of the match mention. The fall season for the Armada is in its second week with an away match in Atlanta this weekend with kickoff at 7:30. A watch party will be held at O Brothers over in Riverside if you want to catch the match there. Then there's another away match on Wednesday, July 15th against the Loons of Minnesota. Kickoff time is at 8 p.m., a little bit different. And there's also a watch party for this match over at Cole Haynes Irish Pub on Atlantic Boulevard. So when is the Armada back at home exactly? Well, the boys in blue returned to Community First Park after 3 straight away matches on July 18th to face Raul and the New York Cosmos in their fall home opener. And actually, there's a family pack deal. 4 tickets, 4 sodas, 4 yummy hot dogs, and a parking pass for just $79. Definitely something to think about if you're planning on going to an Armada match. As we mentioned earlier, the Armada are still searching for their first win away from Jacksonville. So what will it take for the team to bring back 3 points from the road? Well, Cole Pepper posed that question to some of the Armada players this week.
As far as expansion teams go, the Armada have had great success playing at home. Victories over FC Edmonton, San Antonio Scorpions, and Indy 11 all fell the first 3 home matches of the spring season. But playing on the road, the results have not been as good. Just 2 draws, including in the spring season at Atlanta. So why have the Armada struggled away from home?
Well, I think it's a lot of factors. One of them is the fact that you have to travel the day before the game. That's one. The other thing, you're not in front of your crowd that cheers you on and motivates you. You don't sleep in your bed the day before. There's a lot of factors.
And don't discount the way that the home fans help energize the club. Forward Jamal Johnson says that's a major difference from playing at home and on the road.
It's a combination of a lot of things. We find it hard and difficult to sort of get ourselves amped for the game, I feel, away from home. The fans contribute so much to our game. They're obviously getting behind us, and it makes the environment a lot more intense for the opposition that we're playing against. So, it's a combination of a lot of things.
And with back-to-back road games straight ahead against Atlanta and Minnesota, respectively, the Armada need to find a way to win points away from Jacksonville.
These games are important for us now because we've got 2 away games coming up, which are going to be difficult. We're confident. We're confident in the system. Our coach is confident in us, and he always tries to instill that within us. So, we're just going to work so hard in training coming up to these next couple of games.
And Gallardo knows excuses don't matter at all. It's the result that's important.
At the end of the day, we're professionals, and it doesn't matter where we play. We should be able to play 100% of our abilities.
There's no doubt that these Armada players have become something of a family in their short 6 months together, especially the front 3. Christy Andauer tells us more.
The Armada scored a total of 15 goals in the spring season, tied for second in the North American Soccer League, mostly thanks to the Armada's front 3, Keita, Pascal Million, and Jamal Johnson, who says it's just really not the same when one is missing.
Obviously, everybody saw the way that how we did lack in the goal-scoring area when Keita wasn't playing. So, he's a really good friend of mine, and he's a massive part of our team. Not just on the field, but off the field. When we're traveling away from home, he's a key part of our family, And I feel as though when he's missing, he's like the pivotal point in our attack. So it's definitely massive when we're without him. Obviously, with Pascal missing at the moment, it's something that we're lacking now in the pace in our attacking 3. But it's something that we've got to sort of work on, because there's no player that's going to be able to be fit, firing on all cylinders for the whole season.
And it isn't going to happen overnight. So how do these players adjust when each plays such a crucial role in the Armada's attack?
We're always going to be needing, everybody to be firing on all cylinders. So it's difficult, but it's something that we've got to sort of just deal with if we can. I know me myself personally. I'm working myself to the bone right now. We're in the gym every day. We work hard. Even when we're not supposed to train, we're training. And that's something that we need to keep doing throughout the season if we want to make the playoffs.
This week, the Armada traveled to Atlanta for the second time to face the Silverbacks. Saturday's kickoff set for 7:30 here on CW17. The first visit by the Armada resulted in a 1-1 draw, but perhaps the most significant moment of that match came late in the contest when Keita pulled a hamstring. The Armada were in position to challenge for the spring title before that, but Keita missed the next 4 matches, and the Armada didn't win one of them. Atlanta will be without their top goalkeeper this week. Stuart Suze is playing for the Haitian national team, as is Armada forward Pascal Million. Atlanta enters the match last place in the combined standings, having won only once all year in NASL play. However, they did win in the U.S. Open Cup against Chattanooga before falling to the Red Bulls.
Fall season tickets are now on sale, and you can still get the same perks as full season ticket owners, like invites to exclusive events where you can actually meet Armada players. Starting as low as $10 per match includes 10 home matches, which starts with the fall season home opener on July 18th against the New York Cosmos. Call 844-2-ARMADA or online at armadafc.com.
We'll check in on the rest of the NASL to see how the other teams kicked off the fall season.
And Bob Veal joins us in Bob's Boot Room. Stick around, we're just getting started here on Armada Kickoff.
To enter for your chance to participate in the Winn-Dixie Bubble Battle, visit your nearest Winn-Dixie in your Armada gear, take a selfie, and post it to any of the Armada social media using the hashtag WinnDixieBB. 2 winners will be selected every Wednesday during a home match week. Assemble a team of 3, and you're ready for battle.
10 of the 11 teams in the NASL still have playoff hopes. The New York Cosmos clinched a spot in the championships when they took the spring title. While Fort Lauderdale waited until Wednesday to start their fall, the rest of the league got things going in the 20-match fall season over the weekend.
Let's start with the Railhawks hosting Minnesota United. Simone Bracalello in the 15th minute gives Carolina the 1-0 lead on this blast from well outside the box. Then just 2 minutes later in the first half, off the crossbar, the deflection, T. Shipolani scores to make it 2-0. The Railhawks go on to a 3-1 victory over Minnesota United to start the fall. Tampa Bay Rowdies hosting the Atlanta Silverbacks. Tampa takes the lead in the 22nd minute. Rashawn McKenzie will score an own goal here. Tampa the 1-0 lead. Just 8 minutes later, Darnell King would be at it again. On the run out, King cuts it back with the left foot, sneaks it inside the post. Tampa Bay with the victory. Heated match at Edmonton. Pair of San Antonio Scorpions getting red carded. FC Edmonton scored a pair of PKs in the first half. Then in the second half, watch the tenacity of Hansen Boakai. Taken down to the box, but he still scores in the 74th minute to make it 3-0 Edmonton. 9 minutes later, Lance Lang on the free kick. Best in the league at this. Look at that shot. Curls it in with the left foot. Final score, Edmonton wins impressively 4-0. Cosmos hosting Indy 11. Indy out to an early lead. 26th minute, it's Wojciech Vucic scoring to give Indy the lead. 78th minute, though, Walter Restrepo will score his first goal as a member of the Cosmos. This ties it up at 1 apiece. 88th minute, looks like the Cosmos going to pull off the late winner in dramatic fashion. But offside is called here. Cosmos and Indy 11 finish a 1-1 draw. And finally, the first Wednesday night match of the fall. Carolina and Fort Lauderdale. Look at the passing from Carolina, the Railhawks. Neil Havati fires one in, 53rd minute, 1-0 Carolina. Then 77th minute, it's PC setting up Stefano Pino for the goal. Pino's 5th goal of the year. He's tied for 2nd in the NASL. Match ends in a 1-1 draw.
All right, take a look at the standings. These are the combined standings from the spring and the fall. You see the Cosmos as the spring champions. They're already into the postseason, still haven't been beaten. Tampa Bay, though, sitting on top with 22 points. Notice, though, that the top 4 teams, in essence, will wind up going through, and Indy 11 sits in 4th right now with 14 points. The Armada, however, with 12 points, so they're really just 2 points away from a playoff spot. Now, we've got a long way to go, 19 matches still to play, and if the Armada can handle the last-place Silverbacks in Atlanta on Saturday, that will certainly help their charge toward a postseason spot. As the NASL Championships, 4 teams will be advancing at the end of the season. Now let's head to Bob's Boot Room, presented by Nike. Here are Bob Veal and Christy Andauer.
Thank you, Cole. Bob, a tough loss for the Armada over in Ottawa, and maybe a lot of that has to do with the midfield not getting back quick enough.
Yeah, I think there was a lot to do with them packing the defense out, and a lot to do with us getting back a lot quicker than we needed to when we were defending. So
let's take a look at some of these clips.
Here's an attack as the Fury break out there. Just stop it there. We've got 3 players there, and they're breaking 2, 3 on the ball, and 1 guy going through it. We've only got 3 players back. They broke very quickly against us, and you'll see some midfield players there just walking back. Okay, let's go to another counter-attack from a well-defended. Before that, it was a free kick for us. And if you stop there, you'll see. Look at the players there from...
very
and
disorganized.
The midfield are just starting to trot back there. Again, 3 players behind the
Barely.
ball and 4 of them coming at us. So let's move on to there. Another break here, which is again Ottawa attack and stop there. And you'll see 1 or 2 players now coming forward as the Ottawa attack or coming back to join the attack there. And it's, again, slow in getting back to defend. This is the Armada attacking with 4 players in the 18-yard box. And if we stopped it there, you'll see that. Look at the players
As
there.
opposed to their 8.
Yeah, as opposed to their 8. And let's look at the last clip we got, or second to last one. This is what I like about this, is stop there, and you'll see Rodriguez is making that long run back to counter. Now, he's not going to the player, he's going to the near post, which is exactly what he's got to do, and that puts the player off. So it shows you that we can get back if we run back and get behind the ball. Let's go to the last clip, which is a takeaway by Ottawa, leaves us exposed, and what a great save from Guajardo there. Comes out early, but look how exposed we are at the back.
Can't have that if the Armada's trying to get points on the road. Obviously, it's very crucial for the midfield to get back. Thanks so much, Bob. The Armada is away again this weekend against the Atlanta Silverbacks. Cole?
Coming up, it's the Analyst Roundtable. David Hayes and Andy Kidd join us to talk about the Armada's chances in Atlanta. Stick around. More to come right here on Armada Kickoff.
The Armada's Social Rewards program is a great way to stay connected with the team via social media. Just go online at armadasocialrewards.com, create an account, and start earning free gifts. Like, tweet, tag, and start earning those tokens. Each week, we pick a random winner, and congratulations to Abigail Brantley. You've won 2 tickets to the first ever fall match for the Armada against the New York Cosmos on July 18th. And now let's head over to the Roundtable, presented by Subway. Cole?
You can switch around and we're going to be very strong.
We saw a lot of different players, a lot of different lineups.
All right, thank you, Christy. Here on the Analyst Roundtable, presented by Subway, David Hayes and Andy Kidd. All right, guys, the Armada have got to fix this thing on the road. Andy, what's the fix?
You know, that's a good question, Cole. I mean, you've got, had some struggles on the road, and, it's at this point, when you've had some trouble last 4 out of 5 games on the road or so, you've got to do something. I don't know if it's, I don't think it's the system, but, whether it's formation or, player personnel or something to jumpstart things on the road, because we're coming out slow and, we're getting scored on early in games on the road. And you got to find a way, to weather that storm at the beginning, come out stronger, get fired up. I don't know if it's something the coach does at the hotel before the game or in the locker room, but gets them going so we come out with a little more fire.
Yeah, some of the things I've heard from players saying that we're not prepared on the road, and it's your job to get prepared. So they have to do a better job of preparation. But also, I've said it from the get-go. They have to start getting points on the road, whatever it is. And I remember back in 2007 when Jason Smith took the Atlanta job, he said, look, for the first 10 minutes, we're just going to kick the ball. We're going to get the ball out, and we're going to get in their half, and we're going to try to play it. And maybe that's what they need to do. But playing out of the back and playing the way they're doing, it's not working.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time here. 19 games remaining. They're only 2 points out of a playoff spot. There's still time to fix this, right?
Absolutely, but we have to start it now because we can't allow these teams that are going to be getting points all the time, like Tampa Bay, your FC Edmonton did extremely well this past weekend, but they're going to start separating themselves, so we have to stay with the herd.
Andy, any concern about the timing here and how much time they have to fix it?
Well, there's plenty of time left in the fall season, but, you're going on the road for 2 more road games now. So, there is a little bit of urgency because you can't go 2 more games without getting points. You got to find a way to get points on the road because 2 more games, just like David said, they're going to start separating from us if we can't find a way to get points on the road here.
Did you see anything in the first week of the fall season that made you think, hey, this is a team we should keep an eye on that maybe we weren't talking about previously?
I would say, I think we've been talking about New York and Tampa Bay a good bit. I think Carolina, you see them, I think they're on a 6-game unbeaten streak in the NASL. So, obviously we saw firsthand when we played them at home and we had a tough game against them, the Armada did, that they're a quality side, but I didn't realize that they were going to be that strong. So I think they're sneaking up on people and they're moving into the playoff hunt.
I would agree. I mean, with Cipollani on the right side, I mean, he's so dangerous. And Colin Clark as a coach is remarkable. And then you got Footy Danso in the back. They're a force to be reckoned with. But again, I think FC Edmonton did a great job with Lance Lang. I mean, he's just been remarkable over the past couple of years. So both of those teams, I think, are going to be good this year.
We'll be keeping an eye on the Cosmos, on the Rowdies, the Railhawks,
Armada.
FC Edmonton, and of course the Armada. Guys, thanks so much. Coming up, Christy dives into the Twitterverse to see how the Armada family is trending on social media. More to come on Armada Kickoff, straight ahead.
There's no better way to pick and choose what matches to attend other than this Fall Season 5-pack. It starts with Minnesota United match on July 31st, and then you get to choose any other 4 matches. Starting as low as $60 for the entire pack, that's a deal you can't miss. Call 844-2-ARMADA or online at armadafc.com. And now it's time to head into the Twitterverse to see what Armada players and fans have been up to. This Armada fan was in Ottawa during the Women's World Cup, decked out in her Armada navy and gold. Joseph Toby Instagrammed his patriotic outfit of the day while also giving a shout out to the U.S. women's national team for all their success. The NASL announced earlier this week the addition of One World Sports to their national television broadcast alongside ESPN and local stations. In a moment of awe, Nerden Rustage proposed to his longtime girlfriend, Sanella, and of course, she said yes. Aww. Congratulations, Nerden. And another congrats to Armada forward Pascal Million in his Gold Cup match appearance against Panama. And Cole, tonight he played against the U.S., and there's actually 3 Haitian national team players from the NASL. What a great experience.
Yeah, great, and it helps the league, of course, building with more international experience like that, and great experience for Pascal. And I'm certain once he gets back from the Gold Cup, which will be after the Cosmos match, he'll have lots of stories to tell.
Yes, absolutely. Can't wait to hear those. And remember, this weekend's match is in Atlanta. Kickoff time is set for 7:30. You can watch it here on CW17 or at the local watch party being held at O Brothers Irish Pub over in Riverside. Also, the Armada play on Wednesday night in Minnesota with a watch party at Cole Haynes Irish Pub.
And you get the latest on the Armada online on armadafc.com and on radio, the Armada Soccer Show Friday at 3 on Sports Radio 930. And you can hear the Armada Monday podcast every Monday with Bob and me on armadafc.com.
And be sure to get your fall season tickets. The fall home opener, finally, is July 18th. That's 1 week from tomorrow as they host the legendary New York Cosmos for the one and only time this year. Should be a good match. I'm Christy Andauer.
I'm Cole Pepper. Thanks for watching.